everybody. So today is June 11th and I'm actually going to work on my card for the 11th. So I'm finally caught up. I did 3 cards yesterday in a video which you've already gotten. So be sure to go to my YouTube homepage, and on there you will see that I have an ICAD playlist, because just yesterday I think I uploaded 3 videos yesterday alone, just trying to get caught up. So I don't want you to miss anything, and sometimes it's easy to miss the emails from YouTube when someone sends several videos in a day. So just be sure to go to my main page, and down there on the top where my playlists start, I have a playlist with all my ICAD cards that I have done, and that goes back several years. So when I first started doing ICADs, they were actually the first videos that I started making were doing these ICAD cards. So that's kind of one of the things that got me started doing YouTube. Actually, it was I started videoing creating my ICADs. So just be sure to check that out. And today I had this girl left over from a card a couple days ago. She was with the guy with the sunglasses, and in my little drawer here full of clipped words and phrases, I found a phrase that says, to the sunlight pouring. I can cut the to off and put in. So, you know, since she's got her sunglasses on too, I thought that might work kind of well. I have this bag sitting here, and it's a wax paper bag. This is what my macaroons came in that my husband surprised me with the other day, with my favorite macaroon, which is lavender. Oh, I love lavender macaroons. But it's a wax paper bag, so it's not going to want to adhere, but I think I've used something like this in the past, and I'm just going to goop it in between some layers of, I actually got my decoupage out, just because I had bought this for a retreat that I went to, and so I have that. So I think I'm going to try this, and I think if I layered in a couple of, you know, good layers of decoupage, that it should stay stuck pretty good. But for some reason I've got this vision of this girl over here, and this is going to be kind of wrinkled and laying partially across her, just something, and then I'm going to add like yellows of different kinds of mediums and just kind of play with those and see what happens and see how they react to the surface and in the cracks and all that. I have no idea if this is going to work. If it doesn't, you know, that's okay, because that's what's fun about ICADs, is that you can play and you can experiment. It's just on a little cheapy index card. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know, it's all about the process and enjoying using your supplies, and, you know, using your paints and playing with different colors and things like that. That's what it's all about for me. And honestly, a lot of times whenever I put something on one of my cards or in my art journal, I have no idea if it's going to work. And all I tell myself is, hey, if it doesn't work, I can wipe it off, or I can cover it over with some gesso, or just, you know, whatever. I don't get bent out of shape about it. But I have learned that if I get an idea in my head that it's best if I just try to follow that idea, and usually, thank goodness, a lot of times it works out in the end all right. So I've got this idea that I can see in my head of this girl, and I'm going to try my hardest to try to get what's in my brain down on this card. So I thought about just putting book paper on the card, because honestly, having these colored cards is really messing with me. I'm used to starting with a white surface, so I might go ahead and hopefully get out and get some white cards sometime this weekend. But I've been covering them with gesso, which I do anyway, but I think I'm going to cover this with some book paper. And I opened up my book here. This is an old hardback that I picked up at the Goodwill for $1. And I opened this up, and I looked down, and this sentence right here says, "Don't stand there like a statue." And I thought, "Ah, that is excellent to use on an ICAD or an ATC or, you know, a postcard, anything." So that's what I kind of look for whenever I'm clipping things out. That's the kind of things that I put in this drawer. Because, I mean, just that sentence right there, I easily can get an image, and it would work with this too, of just somebody just standing there. So, I'm not going to use that page on my card. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and pull this out, and I'm going to cut this part out. And it's kind of fun going through books and just looking for sentences like this to use on your cards, because I really like using sentences like this on my my ATCs and my postcards and my ICADs. This one right here says, "Look straight ahead." There's all sorts of good stuff right here. The one above it says, "Silently urging him to," so I'll definitely clip that out since I'm trying to use more men in my pages. But you can, if you just sit here and go through these, you can find lots of stuff. The one right above it says, "Right this minute." That's another good one. I could stand here all day doing this, so I better stop. Because it's kind of hard to do this fine cutting and talk at the same time. Okay, there. But that's, you know, just where I get things like that. I'll go ahead and pull this apart. This right here says, "She'd probably find out soon enough." Up above it says, "I wonder what he's." I'm going to cut these, because if I don't cut them out, then I might accidentally use it. Okay, so I'm just going to use one of these, and I'm going to put it down on here, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully, you know, hopefully what I've got in my head works. If it doesn't, there's a good chance you might see me cover this whole card with gesso and go and start over. So anyways, thanks so much for watching, everybody. And like I said, be sure to check out my the playlist that I've got all my ICAD videos on, and hopefully for the time being I'll stay good and caught up. And okay, well, let's get going. Thanks everybody for watching.